you mentioned to me a little bit before, unfortunately, your mom is ill. How is
Yeah.
she doing?
She's good. She's in the hospital right now. My mom has a lot of health issues. She always has. She has had cancer twice, back to back, when she was 40 and 41, and she's had a double mastectomy. She has lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, Raynaud's, and also she's pretty handicapped and really can't walk that much. And her hands are fused together, so this is the only movement in her hands she has. She's had a lot of surgeries. She's had a spinal surgery, and then right before my wedding, she had to have heart surgery with an artery, and we found out that she had a heart attack the other day, so she's in the hospital right now. And it's just really hard because no one's allowed to visit, and my dad and my sister can't even visit. So it's just, it's really hard right now because of Corona. They won't let anyone in. So she's been sick my whole life. It's just something that I've dealt with. But, on top of not even being able to see her is really hard right now.
Yeah, I can see you kind of getting emotional talking about it. So we really appreciate you taking time out of your day while you're going through all this to talk to us.
Sure. Of course.
And we hope that she gets better really soon.
Thank you.
We did hear some unfortunate news about you being kind of sick though around your wedding day.
Yeah, that was really, really interesting. So my husband and I were vacationing mid to late December, around mid-December, and we were traveling to a few places. We went to Dubai and Hong Kong, and we came back, and we were feeling really sick, and it was just this different feeling. It wasn't a cold. It was like a cold, but so much different. I couldn't breathe. And, I have a mini fridge by my bed that's, 10 feet away. And even to go get a water out of the mini fridge was so exhausting. And I couldn't do stairs, and I was out of breath. Even, talking on the phone was just exhausting me. And there was days where, I was feeling better. So I would go to work and I would film, and I would tell production, I'm like, I think I'm getting better. I think I'm getting better. And then the next day I would just crash, and I'd be in bed for 2 days straight. And it was just this weird roller coaster of up and down. And it was horrible. So I, just thought it was a cold. I was on 2 rounds of antibiotics. I was on steroids. Nothing was kicking it out. I was sick for a good month and a half probably. And then we just kind of forgot about it. And then, all this news started coming out about the coronavirus, and they were listing the symptoms. And I was like, every symptom was exactly what I had. So, sure enough, I did an antibodies test, and, it was positive. And I was like, wow. I mean, I was so shocked. So it was really, really just something. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. It was really horrible.
And what a time for you to get that too, right around your wedding, as if that wasn't stressful enough.
On my wedding, I was so sick. I remember taking 2 steroids and trying to get through my wedding, and it was so hard. I actually was going upstairs and taking breaks in the dressing room because it was physically exhausting for me to stand for so long. So it was really, really hard to get through it. And I was thinking all these things. I was like, am I pregnant? Like, is that, like, what is going on? Like, all these things were going through my head. I was going on WebMD, and it was like basically saying I was dying, Don't ever self-diagnose yourself, by the way.
Yeah.
But
viral, for sure. And we didn't really know about coronavirus back then, so it wouldn't have even popped up maybe on WebMD then. So
I know. And it'll be interesting to watch it back, because when I was filming, I was in such a daze. I don't remember what I shot, I don't remember anything. It was like it didn't even happen. So it'll be interesting watching it back, because I'm going to be like, oh my God, it was so hard to get to work that day.
Yeah. Did your husband, Christian, ever also like get symptoms or catch anything?
Yes, he was sick as well. He was probably sick for about 2 weeks, but he didn't go down as hard as I did. I went down so hard. Yeah, he was sick for about 2 weeks, but nowhere near what I was.
Wow. And so his antibodies test also came out positive?
His came back negative, unfortunately. And she said that sometimes what happens with the tests is, they only go back so far, or sometimes people don't have it in their system as strong enough. So she said it's very possible that he probably did have it. It's just sometimes those tests aren't really accurate. So